Sorry, little one.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to Wordbreaker Coo's Reviews. I'm your host, Wordbreaker Coo, and today we are looking at Onyx Prime. That's a bad angle for him. This is the Onyx Prime triple changer. He is a leader class figure, and this does not go here. I just needed somewhere to store this nice little weapon. Looks like a spear. Not bad at all. And then you got this little tail that is almost like a little weapon as well. That does come off. As you can see in this form, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. This is my least favorite mold for him. It does have decent articulation with the wings. You can fold them a little bit like that. And the head does have a movable mouth. That is nice. But I'll be honest, I will never transform this into this mode again after this. This is by far, when I first saw the pictures on this, I was like, this is not that cool. You know, it looks like it had potential, but it's really not that cool. Maybe I have something mistransformed. I don't know, but it is what it is. So I'm going to get it in a mode that I actually would enjoy, which is going to be the Centaur mode. So let's get this transformed. Dun, 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 dun. And here we have it in its Centaur form. Not really sure if you would call it a Centaur, but it is what it is. And the more I mess with this figure, the more I realize just how not proportionally well it is. I think 2 forms would have been fine. The third kind of really messes up. Yes, it has 3 heads, and this is a decent head, but it doesn't look as cool. This head here didn't look as cool either. It's kind of floppy in the back. I feel like this would have been better in a different class option. And I don't like how wide the gaps are there. That's really wide. I don't really like that. Like, not at all. And yes, you can take this tail off and use it as a bow and arrow or whatnot. I'll show that too eventually, but this mode is better than the last mode. I'll give it that. But I thought I might keep it in this mode. After looking at it now, there is absolutely no way I am keeping it in this mode. I am not a fan of either alt modes if I'm going to be 100% genuine. So now I'm going to get him transformed, and then we'll get my final thoughts on the robot mode. And immediately after getting this guy transformed to his robot mode, you see why he is the business. So this mode makes up for every little flaw he had before. Look at this weapon. It's a bow and arrow. That is sick. I mean, that is sick. He looks like somebody who is going to do very much harm. This was a tail. I think it's a very nice bow and arrow. Very nice. So I do like that a lot. Let's get in closer and look at Onyx Prime himself. He looks so much more filled in when he has his other legs around his chest, which sounds crazy work. And then if you look at his head, which you can't see very well because of the light, there you go. You can just barely see his eyes. So I think he has a great look. And he's balancing pretty good, especially for somebody with these digigrade legs that you can't see right there. He's got these little things to flip out to make sure he stays. Don't forget to flip him out because I forgot originally. And here's his junk in the trunk. You just close that and he's back in business. He's a good size too. So that is fantastic. He's just a absolute unit. If I was just rating this version, I would give him a 10 out of 10, but the other forms break him down. So he's a solid 8 out of 10. It's just the other forms I'm not very fond of, but his articulation's decent. You can see there, he can move this around, but if you do, you kind of untab some stuff. So that's a bit of a problem. So just be careful because these tend to come off a bit. This moves around a little bit too sometimes, but all in all, it's fairly clean except for the stupid head in the back. I don't know what else they would have done here. But other than that, I do really like this figure. It's just a shame that he'll never be transformed again. So let me compare him with just a few guys and we'll stop. First and foremost, let's compare him to a unit that is Megatronus. Okay, so you can see he's taller than Megatronus and large, and he's actually heavier than Megatronus, which is crazy because Megatronus is a big guy. So we're getting back some decent sized leader figures again, and he's got all this plastic on there too. Let's do one more. Sorry about the wait. I should have paused the screen. Last but not least, let's get our fellow guy over here in. And we have Megatron. What version was this? 2, Transmetal 2. There we go. 3, Megatron. So you can see he's bigger than this version. I'm wondering why we have not got another color for this guy. I would love another figure in this mode because it's a great one. So I keep him in beast mode. We'll see. But all in all, great figure. Not as good as this guy or Megatronus, but he's damn good. So until next time, peace and chicken grease.
Subscribe and like. Okay.